Hi, I'm Daniel. I'm continuing discussing the Lego movies with Batman, who was in the Lego movie that played with a dark edgy hero gimmick for him. This is a spin-off, but seems to exist in a different canon aside from occasional references. The years in between the two Lego movies are the only one in 2017. Would be weird if one of these two Lego movies in the same year was such different quality. Anyway, if you haven't watched the first video in this series in the Lego movie, cause this will discuss an analyzed Lego Batman movie, with spoilers that should be expected for this new series. The Lego Batman movie released 2017 with great reception, and it was classified as a very successful Lego movie. It's very funny throughout, like the opening where Batman is debating over the Yogos, saying that all movies are important start where Black screen, and then starting to criticize all the Yogos. The film is very self-aware, but it doesn't go to the extremes and keep its universe intact. The actual opening introduces a quick speed of Joker and new villains about to bomb Gotham City, leading to the most Lego had to do with this movie, with the world being a Lego set on the table. The scene is climactic, and Batman disguises himself as the mayor and makes it look like he turned himself in. Then we have a fight scene where Batman fights the large number of villains at once, to the song Who's the Batman sounding great, especially for fighting. The conflict of this movie starts when Joker said that Batman can either stop the bomb or catch his greatest enemy. Batman denies that the Joker is the greatest enemy, and they have a long conversation about it while the bomb timer is going down. I'll go over that whole theme at the end. After, we get two montages that serve as a juxtaposition. It looks like Batman has a great guy being admired by many, but he lives alone in a big mansion in quiet darkness. Slowed down scene after how fast the opening was shows the reality behind his life. He looks at a picture of his parents and starts to reminisce. He says Batman to hide away from his problems as a tough superhero. Even when alone, he wears his mask too well. Batman doesn't want to be Bruce Wayne. And when Robin thought Batman gave him Bruce Wayne's attic, he said Bruce lives in Batman's place. Really, Bruce Wayne's the more vulnerable part of him. Batman isn't scared, but sometimes Bruce is. That's how he described it. The Lego movie made Batman's edge a joke. This takes it seriously without being a contradiction. Batman sees Bruce Wayne as his weakness despite being a billionaire. This movie uses the entire secret identity plot line for meaning in the story. I hope there is another 2017 Lego movie that has a generic secret identity story. The movie's plot is that Joker surrenders with the other villains and Batman thinks he's up to something, so plans to send him to the Phantom Zone, an alternate realm to send villains. He has to steal from Superman. I like his role here as the unknowingly perfect hero. There is a Justice League party without Batman, which shows he out of place for the group, and was left out of the picture. Batman and Robin manage to steal it and send Joker there, but he gets arrested for refusal to work with the police and listen to their advice. It was actually Joker's plan to get sent there and release the villains, who were all vulnerable as character. This doesn't feel forced when a lot of time references do. Cameos don't get in the way of the main characters, and isn't the main selling point for the movie. If anything, it was kept secret from the advertising as a twist. It's just a nice touch to make the threat overpowered. Batman now has to work as a team in a fast-paced pain scene that could be overwhelming with the background colours and quick movement. I think it works as still having comedy during the action. The dynamics seem like a family with the pictures matching, and Batman is trying to hide himself from connections. So he sends them away in the Batship and goes alone. His lack of wanting connections make him do the same when confronting Joker. So now Batman has been sent to the Phantom Zone. The brick in charge of the Phantom Zone scans Batman and discusses how he's morally debatable. Batman's narcissism was mostly paid for comedy, but also serves in his character arc. Batman isn't a bad guy, but isn't good either. He serves as a moral anomaly that helps Batman put his own actions into perspective. One quote used in this movie is that you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. I would prefer if Batman said that, because the song usage makes thematic sense. Batman makes a deal with Theus that he will return all the villains to the Phantom Zone, but that includes all villains. Batman now main cares for protecting his new family. This time it's Batman putting up bat signals for the others, and getting the side villains the Joker abandoned before to help them out. There's another intense scene for the action climax, where they send all the vulnerable IP villains back to the Phantom Zone. They were winning, but the bomb still goes off. The emotional climax involves the Lego pieces needing to come together, like how Batman opens up the Joker. More about that near the end. Bruce Wayne reveals himself without needing the mask, no longer trying to keep them separate. This shows him embracing the human side of him as he has to ascend to the Phantom Zone. He doesn't need to now because he has redeemed himself. Then the movie ends with a scene similar to the one near the opening, but this time Batman's not alone in his big mansion. Claire says the song Friends and Family, which are pretty good. While probably weak in the Lego movie, the soundtrack is still strong. The Lego Batman movie is amazing for the story showing through the exterior of Batman, with him really living a steady life. I'm not much of a Batman fan, but it's a key film with many references to the character over generations. It is there, but it's not required to have a large amount of knowledge to enjoy this movie. It's a spin-off to the Lego movie with the same style. The only mention of Lego is Batman being a master builder, Gotham City being built on the table, and a couple of visual jokes. You can have ties to both franchises while working as a standalone to new audiences. Sure hope there's another 2017 Lego movie that does the inverse. Its joke is getting tiring. Anyway, this is an engaging story with many twists to keep the speed going. It's also extremely funny by making the movie primarily a comedy. The constantly cynical Batman is contrasted against the cartoony comedic world. That was your season one sentence. It keeps the dialogue and timing that made the Lego movie so iconic with many quotable one-liners. One example is Batman having a chat of good ideas for Batman and none by anyone else. Later he says there are multiple good ideas but only adds one to the tally. What's the point trying to explain more? Just to know this movie is for a comedy like that and it's amazing. Animation dropped the stop motion effect, but like I said previously, I don't mind this time. However, it's not for Lego because the water and smoke are real, and I don't like that. No longer has the idea that everything is Lego, but the overall look is still great, with the lighting being the large strong yellows and greens to show the two main characters. Also moves fast like the battery on the plane, and is full of detail. Now for the characters. Batman is a great protagonist, and how this movie uses such an iconic character for a character arc. Uses the dark edge of the story to make him more multidimensional. Alfred is the butler, and it's important with being the family that Batman had from the start. He's an adoptive father to Batman, but isn't just letting his son take control. He puts Shylock on the computer, and when he sees Robin, he makes sure that Batman doesn't send him back to the orphanage. Speaking of, this takes Robin, a character who is most known for being serious, to an orphan who's very excitable. His character is hard to hate, and yet how Batman starts becoming a father. The family of these three characters is greatly presented. Barbara Gordon is a new peace chief, with a funny old dramatic introduction. She is a good character who serves as a voice of reason, but I'm not a fan of the ship. It isn't Barbara one of the worst parts. One, Batman is implied immortal for giving through generation at the same person. I could get past that if it was just a joke, but hearing her say she used to idolize Batman makes this ratio a bit weird. It is also forced because Batman and Joker is the relationship the movie is clearly leading. Probably about 40% sure that this film was looking too gay, so the plot was added to make it straight. Scenes where Batman and Barbara Gordon go on too young and they have no chemistry. Moving on now, the Joker is a comedic villain, which is fine because the Warner Bros. Villains help balance. Joker's story is very the heart of the movie, so I'll discuss that. Batman says he doesn't do ships, despite having 40 of interest across the Lego movies. Joker wants to be acknowledged as the greatest enemy. To start with the basic, this movie is very gay, and it's not subtle about it. Joker says, "I hate you," and Batman responds, "Me too." It's using hate to replace him for love, similar to how Phineas and Ferb episode It's About Time. It also uses terms like fighting around as well. Even heteronormative audience probably pick up on some of this. I suggest watching a video made by the Sin Squad about Lego Batman's Subversive Queercoding for going over Batman's history. Originally it was Batman who seemed gay, but they later changed it. Batman became fandom to the dark, holding back his feelings. The Joker was negatively queer-coded. Lego Batman movie makes it interesting by making it be double-sided, although Batman denies for not wanting to be in a relationship. Shows the toxic masculinity trait. He opens up to Alfred, Robin and Gordon earlier, but the main person he has to confront is Joker. Batman doesn't save the day by fighting Joker, but by reaching out and finding common ground. Finally says "I hate you" with a sunset behind them. This movie's gay message is greatly executed, so great that it was called gay propaganda by some newspaper articles. Anyway, this movie is amazing. Compared to the Lego movie, it's mainly a comedy, but the story explores Batman's loneliness in a great way. I would argue this is more stylistic. It really depends what is better. The Lego movie is deep and explores the concept of Lego and does the themes brilliantly. Personally, I preferred this, it's the best film of 2017. And that year both Pixar and DreamWorks released one of the best films. So the second one. The Lego Batman movie didn't even get nominated. This movie does so much right, and I will always love it for how it's an all-time best. In conclusion, Legospective is so far a good series for its channel. Next I'll discuss the Lego movie second part that I've been excited for. Wait, there was another one. If the looks like I've been too positive so far, well, not for long. If you look forward to that, consider pressing subscribe. It'll be out next month. I have other videos in the meantime. I have a couple of videos planned for the rest of October. The end.